Alright, here's my video about how to best protect your PlayStation 3 from dust and stuff. Look what I've done here. This is the easiest, cheapest way. I've just put a bandana on top of it, okay? Now, you want to do this because you want to keep dust and stuff away from it. In fact, dust buildup is the #1 cause of overheating and the yellow light of death and malfunctioning in general. Alright, so you could get a skin. They sell special skins. The thing about skin, though, is the vents stay exposed. The vents are always exposed. It just covers up, you know, the top of it and stuff. But the main thing you want to prevent from getting dusty anyways is the vents, really. Also, right here where you put the thing in, you don't want a bunch of dust to get built up, you know. And I've got a dog, and she see how she you know, even with this cover on it, somehow a little hair got in there. But so you can imagine without any cover, it gets because I used to not put a cover on it, used to get even dustier. So I just took this cheap bandana, and voila. Another thing, I got a few tips here for you to prevent it from overheating. Okay, I've put it off the floor there a little bit. Okay, gets a little airflow. What would be ideal would even actually have like, you know, just some pegs or something where the air could completely flow up under it. You know, that would really help cool it off. Also, so the dust doesn't build up in the corners there. You see, you know, if you had some dust building up down, you know, it could get in like the ports and stuff. Alright, so just put a bandana over it. This is the cheapest, easiest way. You know, those skins, they cost some money. But, plus, I think this works better anyways. Alright, and, you know, you might want to tuck it up under or something like that. And let's see here, got a couple more tips here. One thing, if you're not going to be using it for a while, like a few weeks, you might just want to unplug it, okay? Because plugged in electronics, they build up static electricity, and that will attract dust into it. But if you're using it every day, I would not suggest that you unplug it, because you know, I've been looking around on forums and stuff, and you know, some of those guys, they don't really know what they're talking about. They just like to give their opinion, you know. But so I think I've been able to cut through the BS. It seems you want to, you know, only unplug it if you're going to not use it for a few weeks. Otherwise, it's better to just keep it plugged in. It'll help maintain the temperature. Because you don't want the temperatures to be going high and low, because that'll, you know, that causes expansion and contraction of the matter in it, which can break down the parts. Alright, another suggestion, I used to have it up in here, you see, but I stopped doing that because I thought it probably doesn't get very good airflow, so I'd suggest you keep it out in the open. Another thing, you can see how it's all the way down on the ground here. That's going to be the coolest part of the room, okay? You see, it's right next to the radiator, but even with that, even when it's kind of warm in here, I've tested the temperature, and down on the floor, it stays a lot cooler, because, you know, heat rises and all that. So you definitely don't want to put it like on top of, you know, you don't want to put it high in the room. You definitely don't want to put it on a TV or any electronics, because, you know, that'll make heat the heat will come up out the electronics, and it'll just warm it up more. Alright, you want to keep as much heat away from this thing as possible, because it gets pretty warm on its own. Okay, and like I said, that's the main problem. Malfunctioning is dust buildup and overheating. Alright, let's see here. Now, when you're using the thing, I would suggest you take the bandana off. That's what I do. Okay. Because it could probably hold in some heat. Another thing, this piece here where you plug it into the controller, I keep it up under there so that dust doesn't get inside the plug, you know. And same thing like that, you know, dust would just settle over time and get in the ports and stuff, and it's not good. So just keep that bandana over it, keeps it protected from dust. Also maybe some funk, like, you know, if you're eating next to it and you splatter something, it'll help protect it nicely. Also, I want to suggest you put on any thick carpet like this shag carpet here. You know, that's obviously, this stuff collects a lot of dust and just not going to be good for it. So you want to put it on hard surface if you can. And really the main thing, you want to get as much airflow going around it as possible. Alright, and another thing, you want to plug it into a surge protector if you haven't already. I'll definitely suggest that. And let's see, I wrote down some tips here. See if I can, if I had anything else to say. Yeah, I guess that's about it. To sum up, just put a bandana on your PS3 to keep it dust free. Alright, and so there you go. Good luck with that. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment. Alright, see ya.